If you're an executive managing a large commercial portfolio, you've probably been frustrated with the whole sustainability conversation. For years, it's meant spending a lot of money on surface-level upgrades for, let's be honest, pretty murky returns. Well, today, we're tearing up that playbook. We're going to break down a totally different model, a financial framework that treats your building's infrastructure not as a cost center, but as a source of capital, just waiting to be recovered. Let's dive in. For decades, the playbook for going green has felt broken because, well, it was. It was all built on a shaky foundation of chasing subsidies, getting some good PR, and writing huge checks. But that era, it's over. We're seeing a massive shift away from just optics and toward real, hard-nosed operational and financial integrity. And this right here shows you just how different things are now. Think back to 2009. It was all about green visual signaling, bolting new gear onto old buildings and hoping for a government grant to pay for it. The 2026 vision is the complete opposite. It's about deep systems optimization, what we call repairing the building's DNA. We're not adding more stuff. We're making what you already have work perfectly. And here's the most critical part, the financial driver. We're moving from depending on subsidies to a 100% self-funding loop. A system that pays for itself by capturing the waste that's already leaking from your budget. And you should know, for ECR, this isn't some new marketing pitch they just cooked up. This has been their core philosophy since 2008. It's all rooted in what they call redemptive stewardship. That just means they're committed to precision and truth, to doing the straight thing. They've always treated building efficiency as a strict financial strategy. This was never about trends. It's a deep-seated belief that getting rid of waste is just good business, period. So let's completely reframe the problem. This is not some environmental issue that you have to throw new money at. This is about a huge, hidden financial drain that exists right now inside every single one of your properties. We're talking about capital that you are losing every minute of every day. We call this utility waste. It's the capital you desperately need for critical infrastructure that is literally evaporating out of your buildings. It's a massive capital drain. It's slowly degrading your equipment, and, as you're about to see, it's creating a serious regulatory risk. Think of it as an invisible line item that's just bleeding your budget dry. And let's put a real number on that evaporation. For a typical industrial facility, we're talking about over $500,000 every single year, per building. This isn't a rounding error, folks. Now multiply that across your entire portfolio, and you're looking at a huge source of untapped capital that's just vanishing. On top of just losing all that money, there's a growing threat of penalties. More than 75 major cities are now enforcing tough energy disclosure laws. And failing to comply isn't just a slap on the wrist. We're talking about penalties that can reach up to 5% of your total asset value. Suddenly, inefficiency isn't just an operational headache, it's a serious liability on your balance sheet. And here it is. This is the strategic threat that should be on every single board's agenda. Right now, there are 5-year wait lists for new utility hookups. Power availability is the #1 barrier to expansion for data centers. What does that mean for you? It means your building's energy waste isn't just costing you money, it's a direct bottleneck preventing you from deploying AI and other new technologies. The solution isn't to wait for the grid to save you, it's to recover the amperage that's already trapped inside your own walls. So, how do we actually capture all this value? We do it through a methodology called the A.W.E.E. framework. And it's really important to see this not as just another building upgrade project. Think of it as a sophisticated financial instrument, one designed specifically for asset protection and capital recovery. A.W.E. stands for air, water, electrical, and envelope. It's a holistic approach that truly repairs your building's core operational DNA. We're talking about optimizing HVAC systems, restoring your pipe systems, conditioning the power quality right from the breaker room, and reducing the heat load on the entire building envelope. It's a top-to-bottom systematic restoration of your asset's core integrity. And this isn't just some theory. Each of these pillars is backed by proven proprietary technology. For air, we use UVC to get HVAC coils back to 99% of their original factory spec. For water, HydroFlow technology handles scaling electronically. In your electrical systems, PowerWorks conditions the power to stop energy loss before it starts. And for the envelope, a special thermal coat acts like a ceramic heat shield. This is a robust, fully engineered system. Now we get to the most important question from any C-suite perspective. How is this paid for? The answer is really the most powerful part of this entire model. The whole framework is funded without requiring a single dollar of new capital expenditure from you. And the entire process starts with one simple, incredibly low-risk step. For $250, you get a Building Upgrade Financial Feasibility Report, or BUFFR. You can think of this as the diagnostic tool that finds and measures the exact amount of utility waste in your specific building, which in turn creates the entire business case for the project. So here's how that self-funding loop actually works. It kicks off with that simple $250 commitment for the report. That assessment then unlocks the capital needed for the entire A.W.E. project, which is 100% funded. Now, here's the magic. The monthly utility savings, that money that was just evaporating before, is captured and used to directly pay off the loan. The project literally pays for itself. It's a closed loop. So, what does the self-funding engine really achieve? Well, by putting this tactical solution in place, you're not just upgrading a single building. You're actually securing its long-term financial performance and boosting its strategic value for years to come. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Listen to this from the VP of Arena Ops at the FedExForum. First, he says they were ahead of schedule on the return on investment. Great. But listen to the second part. They stopped having to replace expensive electronic cards at $7,000 a pop, and they basically eliminated brownouts. That's proof of hard ROI and a huge increase in reliability. That's asset protection in action. So here's the bottom line. You can take the waste that's currently a liability on your books and you can redeem it. You can turn it into a strategic asset. You can use that reclaimed capital to fund the very infrastructure you need to power tomorrow's growth and compete in the age of AI. The capital you need for the next 10 years of growth isn't in some future budget. It's already there, right now, trapped inside the inefficiency of your current assets. So the only question left is, are you ready to go get it?